This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shoshana Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the 2015 International Business and Finance Summit taking place on Grand Bahama. Now into its 12th year, the mega event is aimed at forging partnerships, business development, and networking. Last evening, a special reception was held for leading stakeholders in the financial services industry. The nation's chief was in attendance. It was a pre-meeting of the minds on Thursday evening, as those who are attending the International Business and Finance Summit attended a special dinner reception. During the nation's leader address, the Right Honorable Perry Christie noted that the world will not wait for the Bahamas to change.
The world will not wait for the Bahamas to be ready to compete. That is a known certainty. Creating a new legacy requires that we understand the full scope of our national assets, both physical and human, and seek to take advantage of economic opportunities which will emerge in the coming years. We must know with more certainty who we are and, more importantly, who we want to be. It is a forward-looking process. That is why my government is investing in creating for the first time in the nation's history a national development plan. This plan is not intended to be a plan for this government only, or even just a plan for the nation abstractly, but a plan for our people with input from the broadest cross-section of our nation.
He notes that an environment must be provided for institutions to thrive.
In this endeavor, you have the commitment of the government of the Bahamas to provide the most fertile environment possible. And speaking to change, and speaking to legacy, and speaking to creation, and also to vision, we in the government of the Bahamas appreciate that this is a rapidly evolving and highly dynamic sector. The business is changing, and so too must the Bahamas.
Organizers say this mega event continues to provide a forum for education, business development, networking, and strategic planning for leading stakeholders in the financial services industry. Christie says that's why forums like this one are important.
The discussions that you will have at this meeting over the course of the next few days will enable the government officials attending this conference as policymakers to plan strategically to ensure the future and sustainability of the industry, which is the second pillar of the Bahamian economy and one of the economic drivers of the Bahamian middle class.
When it comes to Grand Bahama, President of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Ian Roll, told those in attendance that this island is a viable financial services center.
Let me say without hesitation, you could not have chosen a better city, island, or place to hold this year's summit. It is indeed better in the Bahamas, but it is best in Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Well, this morning, delegates at the International Financial Summit heard from the newly appointed Minister of Financial Services, who called for a renewed commitment to this major sector. Joan Davis-Roll has this next story.
In her first official address as Minister of Financial Services, the Honorable Hope Strawn told persons attending the International Financial Summit that growing this sector in the Bahamas is a top priority for her ministry and the government.
I consider my first priority to be understanding your needs. First of all, I will spend some time over the next weeks getting to know your firms. I encourage you to come to visit me and my team. We want to develop a deeper profile of our industry, to understand your particular challenges, where you see your strengths and the Bahamas' strengths, and to understand your plans for the next 12 months as well as for the next 12 years. We want long-term investment in the Bahamas, and we want to unblock barriers to that long-term investment wherever practical.
Minister Strawn says a major concern is the further advancement of Bahamian professionals in this vital sector.
I am committed to ensuring that this industry continues to be the engine of the middle class in the Bahamas. Studies reveal that the financial services industry supports around 22,000 jobs and over 13% of total employment in the Bahamas. Moreover, it has been determined that some 27% of Bahamian GDP is directly or indirectly attributable to financial services, where the average salary ranges between $42,000 and $48,000, according to the service being provided. This is between 75% and 100% higher than the national average of $24,000. I am committed to ensuring that the financial services industry remains intact as the second most important industry in the Bahamas, and the Bahamian people receive every opportunity for advancement.
Noting that as the Bahamas is challenged on many fronts, she says not only is the advancement of Bahamians a concern, but also the sustainability of the various banking institutions in this country.
In recent times, there has been much cause for concern as many of the local commercial banking institutions moved certain operational activities to other jurisdictions in the region. Many of the banking functions heretofore performed by a cadre of young, well-educated, dynamic professionals have been shipped overseas to other jurisdictions right here in this region. These professionals have been sidelined, and many are out of work. Setting up of local bank accounts, approvals of loans and mortgages for Bahamians is now being done overseas. Many offshore institutions have also closed certain aspects of their service portfolios and or downsized for one reason or another. This is having a deleterious effect on the very economic fabric of our country. It is a setback for our country's development for all the reasons I alluded to earlier. We must find a workable solution to this problem. The Bahamas has through the years contributed in no small way to the substantial profits that these institutions have made.
Officials hope that at the close of this summit, those involved in the financial services sector will be more committed to help take this industry to the next level. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Joan Davis-Roll.
Well, trouble brewing at the port today as employees and passengers of the Bahamas Express disappointment with the recent decision that they say can only turn the ferry operation and ultimately the tourism sector. Italia Hall explains.
A popular cruise ship on the island of Grand Bahama was unable to travel Friday. Employees of the Bahamas Express say they were told that they will not be allowed to dock due to the recent return of the Celebration cruise line. Employees say now they have to dock at a site what is in need of desperate repairs. This has affected many business owners, visitors, and workers, and they call it a major blow.
We have a shipment coming in every Friday or twice a week, and our customers depend on it because we have orders in for every Friday. When people place orders, they want their tires on Friday or Saturday. So for us to clear now on a Saturday, we wouldn't be able to serve our customers because we close at 4 o'clock on Saturday and it takes time to clear. And now we wouldn't be able to do that tomorrow, so the customers have to wait till Monday. So it's really inconveniencing me to make money and the customers to receive their goods.
I hope I haven't lose shipment of ice cream because I have to make some phone calls and try to get it shuffled around once I heard the news that they wasn't coming in today. And just over the past several months I've been fully dependent on this Bahamas bringing in my stuff.
I'm a small business owner, and in order for me to get my stock here on a daily basis, I rely on the Bahamas Express. And for the Freeport company to do something like this to us, basically they're taking away our livelihood. They don't care about us. Actually, they don't care about us at all, because now they're saying the grand celebration is actually priority over us who are relying on this vessel on a daily basis. I have friends, cargo that's supposed to be in today is not coming in today because of the inconvenience of the Bahamas Express.
Workers and customers are upset about this unfortunate event, and they're now asking for answers.
It's a major inconvenience for me and my agents because they're asking me questions. Where do we go from here? We need answers right now to find out if and when we are going to go back at work because these girls have bills, they have children, and they need answers. I understand right now that our supervisor, CEO, is in meetings right now, so we're waiting to see what the outcome will be from that meeting, because these girls want to know where we go from here, and I'd like to know that also.
They had ample time. This ship was down for a few months, and they should have had made arrangements for the ship.
They need to come up with something quickly because we have 99% of the whole of Grand Bahama depend on daily freight to come in.
No one at the harbor company was available for comment. However, sources tell us that because Valeria is bringing a bigger vessel, they were given a bigger terminal and docking space to ensure the safety of passengers. They note that no one is promised a specific berth, but is given whatever is available at the time. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Natalia Hall.
Thanks, Italia. Well, switching gears, the Circle Mall is the place to be this weekend as the Pretty Little Secrets Boutique hosts a small business expo. Event coordinator Davina Rutherford says the expo is for small business owners to get their companies out there and for the community at large to find out what local companies have to offer.
Pretty Little Secret is a small business, and we understand the importance of networking and getting your name out there in the community. Stores in Grand Bahama, some of them, they do have a lot to offer at comparative prices when you look at shipping, taxes, duty, and now VAT. So sometimes it is cheaper to shop home. You just have to shop around.
About 20 local vendors will join business operators at the Circle Mall, showcasing their products at the expo on Saturday. They are looking forward to sharing the pretty little secrets of their own.
Company does vitamins, raw, wild vitamins, normally known to behaving as bush medicines. And what I do is I process them into oils, capsules, and tonics for the purpose of weight reduction, skin, and body healing.
I wanted to go back to the authentic island experience. So you won't find a lot of persons who do the Benny cakes and the coconut cakes in Grand Bahama. So it's something I wanted to bring.
We supply natural hair, skin products and services for persons, particularly natural persons. But if you're not natural, we still can service you.
Well, the Business Expo opens at 2 p.m. tomorrow at the Circle Mall. Police on Grand Bahama investigating a traffic accident in the Freeport area that has left one person in hospital and a trail of damage behind. Sabrina Brown has the details.
It was described as a freak accident. The incident occurred on Coral Road shortly before 10 a.m. and left onlookers in shock. A coaster bus owned by the Bishop Michael Eldon School was being driven by handyman Philip Key when he lost control of the vehicle in the area of the Coral Square Plaza, hitting a commercial vehicle near that complex, careening through a car wash at the NB&C Plaza, and then collided with 4 vehicles before crashing into bushes at the other end of that plaza. We spoke with the owners of 2 of the vehicles involved, who were a bit shaken up.
I standing up in the shop. And I look out the window. When I look out the window, I see one bus. I see one bus going past the concrete and going over it. So I know that wasn't normal. So I keep looking. When I look, I see the bus keep going. It grazed the maximum right there. The car was on silent maximum. I catch my car in the back. And I catch my car in the back, and when I reached that way, it couldn't make it. As you can see, it couldn't make it so far. So then I'm hitting the tree.
We were just coming out of the parking lot here, and the vehicle was in front of me. And I just saw the bus coming full speed ahead. And Ginger said, Regina, look at the bus coming. So I was flowing to the car in front of me, but I don't know what happened, so I couldn't move, and I just started to pray after that.
Jordan Grant and Gina Smith both say it was a horrifying experience.
I just knew he was coming straight into us, and I just saw Ginger dead right at that time, because it was everything just happened so fast, and he was just going full speed ahead. It didn't seem to be like he was putting on any brakes or anything, so I thought he was already dead.
But you're both okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. My arm just hurts a bit, but other than that, I'm okay.
I was like, what's going on? I mean, I never seen nothing like that before. So I was pretty lost. I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty lost.
Principal of Bishop Michael Eldon, Anita Dougherty, and other faculty members rushed to the scene.
Like, we have our sports day at the sports center, so I was there and I got this call that the bus and handyman, Mr. Key, was in an accident. So I came down, I just got a call that they have admitted him to hospital, and we don't know exactly what happened.
In the midst of an unfortunate situation, Dougherty says she's still grateful because it could have been worse.
Thank God he's alive. Thank God there were no kids on the bus. You know, as we opened our sports day this morning and we prayed, and one of the things that I said to them after, this is such a wonderful day after the day yesterday. And so, you know, we're just really thanking God that there have been cars damaged as he would have come through this parking lot, but hopefully he will be okay.
Driver of the school bus, Philip Key, was taken to hospital by ambulance. Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us, there's more news right after this.
Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Family members of Cindy Seymour need your help tonight in locating the 50-year-old woman. Seymour, a resident of Waterfall Drive, Windsor Park, was last seen on January 25th in the 8 Mile Walk community. She is of light brown complexion, 250 pounds, 5 feet 4 inches tall, and suffers from psychosis. If you know where Cindy Seymour is tonight, or if you have seen her recently, you should contact police at 352-9774 or 352-1919-919 or 350-3106 through 12. The Royal Bahamas Police Force and the Urban Renewal 2.0 joining forces to create safer communities around Grand Bahama. Tonight, Sabrina Brown tells us about their latest initiative.
Several acres of land adjacent to St. George's High and Sister Mary Patricia Junior High being cleared down as a safety precaution. Assistant Superintendent of Police Henry Roll says the decision was made to clear the bushy area after receiving a number of complaints and concerns from school officials and residents.
There were a number of concerns in the past where criminal activities had occurred. We have communicated with our partners and who have consented to us gratefully to have the property just behind us here cleared down so that we can have a clear view of children, traversing back and forth to and from school.
ASP Roll says this cleanup initiative is also an effort to address the truancy problem that seems to be a growing concern.
The law clearly states that any children absent during any period of instructions is considered truant, and we are actively addressing those issues by working with the school truant officer, the school administrators, and the school security and the parents. And very shortly, we'll be doing a series of lectures with the PTA meetings and the various schools to address these issues.
Officer in charge of the Eastern Division, Superintendent Noel Curry, says that area has been a challenge for his district for quite some time.
As you look on this property, you will see a yellow building appear to be abandoned, I believe a former skating rink. That building was a great concern for us over the years, and if you look around now, you have a clear line of sight from road to road. And I believe the schools here and the students, parents and guardians would be appreciative of the tremendous amount of work that has been done. We got information that a school is being built up. We just want to say that there is no school being built here. It is really a community policing effort to actually to ensure that our students and our community are that much more safer.
ASP Roll says officials are also looking into a problem area known as the Hills at the rear of the St. George's High School.
We are addressing those issues as we speak. We know that in recent times, children tend to use that as the means to hide out and to evade classroom instructions. But we are overly concerned about these type of acts.
Officials say other school areas with similar safety concerns will also be addressed. Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Finally, news this evening, Reach Out Ministry is encouraging more men to serve as mentors for the young men and boys of the Grand Bahama community. Tomorrow, the youth organization will host its annual mentoring conference to reinforce the need for positive youth development. The one-day event is set for Calvary Temple on Clive Avenue. Organizers are anticipating close to 1,000 participants.
We want to see a change. There must be a
turning and the spirit of repentance so we can have love one for the other. When we have love one towards another, then we will have no more killings. We will walk in love. We will walk in peace. We will walk in wisdom. And we'll all walk together, hand in hand, bringing change and success for our youth for the future.
We cannot allow another young man to die on our streets. So every good man, we have a responsibility. The crime is all our business. So don't sit on the sideline. We need you here at Calvary Temple this Saturday at 10 a.m.
Stay with us to check on sports when we come back. Topping sports, they will be riding for a charity this weekend. The Grand Bahamas Cycling Club will be staging a 2-day, 3-stage cycling event here in Freeport. Riders from the U.S., Taiwan, and even as far as Australia are slated to compete. Roshan Jones is coordinating the race, which hits the road this Saturday.
We're going to start on the right here on the small drive in front of the Fidelity Financial Center with our time trial. That's 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. And then at 10 o'clock, it's the Criterium Road Race. And again, that's going to start in front of the Fidelity Financial Center on East Mall Drive. Persons who are interested in registering for the event can visit our Facebook page, and they can also visit the events page on Facebook, or they could go to www.grandbahamacyclistclub.com to register online. And race day registration will be in front of the Fidelity Financial Center from 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m.
Now, the main event is set for Sunday, and Jones says riders and spectators are in for a good time.
And that's the 78-mile stage from McLeanstown to West End. Yes, and for that event, we actually have 3 different starting points. There's McLeanstown to West End for the elite riders. Then there's High Rock Police Station to West End for the intermediate riders. And then for those who are doing the less advanced stage and those who are just doing the fun ride, there's the Casuarina Bridge to West End. We're also going to have a junior event, so the juniors will ride Saturday and Sunday as well. And Saturday they'll do the time trial and they'll also do the criterium. But on Sunday with the road race, they'll only do from 8 Mile Rock to West End.
The Grand Bahama Volleyball Association Championships on court at the St. George's Gym. The Nesbitt Rental Angels defeated the Pleasant All-Stars in ladies play 25-15, 25-19, 25-17. The Angels won the title with the series sweep. The Mr. Baker boys over the B-Bay Stars 25-15 and 25-23 in co-ed play. The series continues Saturday at the St. George's Gym. And the students of Martintown Primary School got a special treat during their annual sports day. Olympian Michael Matthew home for a little relaxation, and he spent the day with the students on the track.
This year I'm expecting to run faster. My training has been going pretty good so far, so I'm just looking to improve on my 200 meters, for now, basically.
So on the island for 2 weeks, Matthew will be heading back to Florida to continue training for the next few months. He's focusing on his 400 meters and hopeful about the upcoming track and field season.
400 meters, I've been training a lot for that also. So I'm expecting for that to get pretty quick too, actually.
And of course, we wish him all the best. Congratulations and continue to make us proud. That's a check on sports.